Hello everyone, today I am going to discuss about few interview questions. In my another video I had already discussed about what is interview skills, what are the types of interviews, what are the types of interview questions, what are the things you should do in an interview, and what are the things you should avoid, that means the do's and don'ts of an interview, and some tips and tricks to crack an interview. So you can check that video. Today in this video I am going to discuss a few interview questions that a candidate might face during an interview. So these are some of the most common questions that an interviewer asks during an interview. So let us see what is the first question. So as you can see, the question is tell me about yourself, or introduce yourself, or tell me something about yourself. So this is one of the most common question that an interviewer asks during an interview. So this is the first question that an interviewee has to answer in an interview. So how are you going to answer this simple question? This question seems simple, but it's actually crucial. So you have to answer this question very nicely. For answering this question, you need to include certain things, you need to include certain points. So prepare all the things that you are going to say when you are asked this question. So be ready with the introduction part. You can write it down and practice, or whatever you feel comfortable in, but do prepare for this question. So I am going to say now what are the things you need to include when you are asked this question, when you give your introduction. So the first and the foremost thing is your name. So you need to tell your name. So how are you going to tell your name? My name is. So you need to use these words, my name is. Okay, do not use myself, because myself is grammatically incorrect, and also do not go for I am, because I am is kind of casual, because you are sitting for a job interview, so you need to be formal. So I am is kind of informal, so that is why go for my name is, the traditional way of telling your name. The next thing you need to include is where are you from. So just mention the name of your city or the name of your state. Do not mention your postal address. The interviewer does not want to know about your postal address. So that is why just mention the name of your city or the name of your state, or the district maybe. The next thing you need to mention is about your qualification. So mention about your qualification. Now you don't have to mention everything from your class 10. So just mention your highest qualification and the name of the institute from where you have passed, or if you are pursuing, then you need to mention that you are pursuing this in this institute. Next, you can also mention about your family members. So if you have a small family, like which consists of 3 to 4 members, then you can mention it as you can mention it in this manner, like back at home I have my parents and my sister. So if the number of family members are more, so don't go for like mentioning about each and everyone. Just you can just tell the number that I have 5 members in my family including me. So the next thing you can include is your other qualification. So if you have any other qualification, you can include that. You can include that as well. For example, if you have done if you have done any diploma, or if you have done completed any certificate course, so you can mention that. For example, I have completed diploma in computer application. I have completed diploma 6 months diploma in computer application. So these are the other qualifications that you can mention, if provided you have the certificate. If you don't have the certificate, do not mention about any other qualification. If you have the certificate along with you, then you can mention about your other qualification. Next, you can mention about your hobbies. So if you have one hobby, then just say it in this way. My hobby is reading books. My hobby is cooking. My hobby is gardening. And if you have more than one hobby, then you can just say it in this way. My hobbies are cooking and gardening. My hobbies are reading books and listening to music. Now, when you are mentioning your hobbies, just take care that you do not mention some weird kind of hobbies like I like to sleep, like my hobby is sleeping, my hobby is eating. So do not mention those things, because these are kind of weird. So that is why go for something logical. Whenever you are mentioning your hobbies, mention some logical hobbies. Then you can talk about your strengths. So you can just mention your strengths in the introductory part as well. Then after that, if you have any kind of experiences, then you can share that as well. After you complete all these things, after you complete mentioning all these things, then you can end the introductory part with a thank you.